Good morning and welcome to the replay. I will be with you in just a moment. Good morning, Nancy and Leslie. I'll be right with you. Hello, good morning. How are you guys doing? Well, I know that you, Nancy, go away. Leslie and Nancy, I know that you saw my Facebook post this morning. It's been one of those days already. Got up nice and early because I needed to take my little dog to the vets. I took her in last week if you happen to be watching, and I talked about it earlier because she was kind of exhibiting the symptoms of a UTI. So I brought her in. I called the vet yesterday after she'd already been seen and put on antibiotics and special diet and all that stuff, and things were getting worse. And actually I was visiting with Leslie for a little while yesterday, and I noticed that she was exhibiting some behaviors that were pretty clear that she was uncomfortable. And when I went inside the house, I found a puddle of blood on the floor, and she had just peed on the floor, and it was not nice. But anyway, not to gross you out, but anyway, I called the vet yesterday, and they said, you know, the stone that she has in her bladder is pretty significant, and we can wait 6 to 8 weeks to see if the special diet disintegrates the stone, or if she's that uncomfortable, we might want to consider getting that stone out surgically. So I did make the decision to have her have surgery this morning. So I'm glad that you guys are with me. It's going to be a little bit of a rough morning. Expect to hear from the vets early this afternoon, but you know, she's going to feel a lot better. I can't leave her like that for 8 weeks. So isn't it ironic that we're working on pet projects right now today? And I'm going to get started in just a second, but if you're just hopping in, be sure to say hello and sprinkle my video with your friends and family so they can see what we're doing too. So I'm going to flip my camera so that you can see what I've got here on my table today. Last week, I did a project that had to do with cats, only to find out that I had all dog lover viewers. So I couldn't let you guys feel left out. So we're going to be doing a project celebrating our fur babies today. So I'm going to flip my camera over, and just a little reminder about what we did last week. I made this cute little cat on my scroll saw. I'm getting pretty comfortable with that, and I think my scroll saw skills are improving for sure, and I'm not sanding nearly as much as I used to. Good morning, Corinne. So we did this last week, and like I said, all my viewers were not cat people. So I love cats. I just don't have one at the moment, and I love dogs too. I probably would pick dogs if I had to pick one. But anyway, so this was pretty easy for me to design. However, I found that dogs were a little bit harder because they're more slender in the belly, and I don't know. But I finally came up with something that I think is going to work. So I hope you guys like it. This is my puppy. Let me move my face a little bit here. Hold on. I don't think I can. I'll move my doggy. There it is. This is my little puppy. And I had to make his body big enough so that I could fit the transfer on top of him, right? So we're going to do kind of the same thing on this little dog. I think it kind of looks like a Labrador. I don't know. Puppies are puppies, right? It just looks like a cute puppy. And I'm going to also use Cute But Crazy on here I'm glad I didn't have to stress too much over this today about what I was going to do. This is pretty simple, and it's a quick project. If you are interested in having a dog or a cat project of your own, including the transfer, the dog, a chalk paste single, a mini squeegee, even the bow we're going to put around this dog's neck, just write kit or a dog or cat. Just let me know in the comments, and I will cut one for you. I will bundle it up for $24, and that includes your transfer too. So these are reusable, and you know what? You can even wash it off someday and put your dog's name on it or whatever you want. It's your doggy, right? Oh, thank you. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you today. I think the dog is adorable. It's really cute. So I've got Cute But Crazy, and I've kind of been playing with it a little bit. And I think if I put it right about here, I put a little pencil mark, which I can erase later, on top of the dog. And I'm using the bottom of his ear as my guide to where I want to put this transfer. So right about there, I should be able to get all of these letters on there and chalked up real cute quickly. Labs are your favorite. Have you ever had one? Dog for you, Leslie? You got it. Have you ever had a lab, Nancy? I don't ever remember you having a dog, but you might have. Get this in the right spot. So I didn't do my little explanation there, but I will. I always write on the backs of my transfer carrier sheets, because after you've used this, I've used this before, actually I've used it twice. You wash them just in lukewarm water, dry them sticky side up, and you put them back on the carrier sheet so you can save them and keep them nice and clean. But you always want to return your transfer to the slippery side of the paper. This side that I wrote on is very dull, and writing on the back reminds me not to put the transfer, a very sticky transfer, back on this side, because it'll stick pretty tight. You don't want that to happen. I'm just going to write down Leslie Dog. Okay, so I'm going to smooth this out over my doggy. Let's see, my daughter has a chocolate lab who loves to swim in my pool. My in-laws have always had labs. My sister-in-law has a lab. I can't say that I've ever had a Labrador. What I do know about them is they're very sweet. They do shed a lot though. So one of my tips, see, I just noticed that I can see the see-through here, so I'm gonna have to move this. This didn't quite work out the way I thought it would. One of the tips I was gonna tell you is that if you have your transfer on your surface and you wanna be sure it is in the proper position, hold it up to the window so that you can see through it. That might do it. And you can see if there are any areas that are off of the surface. That looks good. All right, we'll just rub that down again. So rubbing it down with your squeegee or your hand, make sure that there are no bumps, bubbles, or folds in your transfer. That will cause a bleed sometimes in your transfer, but ordinarily it doesn't happen very often. Not too often. Two when you were, a yellow and black. Oh yeah, they're nice dogs. Katie's, my daughter Katie has a chocolate lab named Bear, who is like ball obsessed. If there's a ball around, he's like all over that, or a frisbee. He just loves to chase things down and catch them. And he also likes to dive in my pool. So I'm going to be using bright white chalk paste again. I seem to go back to the neutrals quite often, although yesterday I used some really pretty colors to create that watercolor design with the monogram in the center. That came out so pretty. So you want to always give your chalk paste a good stir. Make sure it's about the consistency of sour cream or cake batter. And you're going to take your squeegee, and I'm going to be using a mini squeegee for this one. The other one that I had to rub down is a small squeegee. So just for comparison, I could use this one, but it's such a small project, I'm just going to stick with the mini. Just want to use the size squeegee that is, best for your project. So if you're doing a lot of detail work, you definitely would want to go with a small squeegee. So you take your paste and you just smooth it all over the open areas of the screen, any area where you can see black or gray showing through, is the part that you want to cover. There's no reason to cover all of that teal transfer. There's no openings there for the paste to go through, so you don't need to worry about that. And when you're just learning, you want to use a nice thick coat of this and squeegee off all of the excess when you're done back into the jar. And the most important thing to remember when you're pasting is to remove the transfer from your surface before it dries. If it dries, you're going to pull the paste up with it. And it's not always the worst thing if you're working on a surface like this. This is kind of a chalkboard surface. If you're working on a non-porous surface, most of the time you can just wipe it off and start over. Not a big deal. And you can see there's very little paste actually used. Most of it went back into the jar. So right now I'm just smoothing off all the extra and trying to get rid of all the lines that I can see. Got them pretty well there. And this is almost done. I'm just going to close up my jar as quick as I can. The more time that it gets into the air, the more it thickens. You have a black lab named, I can't talk today, named Remy, sheds a lot. Oh yeah. Sounds a lot like my daughter's dog. So again, you're going to grab your transfer from the center, not the corners, because that will stretch it, and just pull it low and slow to reveal your design. I think all of the labs that I've known have been kind of cute but crazy. They are cute. Alright, I'm going to hit this with my heat tool for a couple seconds and dry it. You can let it air dry if you'd like to. It would take about 5 or 10 minutes. Using a heat tool will dry it really, really quickly. If you have a hair dryer, that'll work too. My heat tool is super, super hot. So you want to keep it moving. Keep it moving, or you can boil your paint. And you can burn yourself too, so just keep it moving. Grabbing your comments here. Alright. Yeah, again, if you were interested in a dog or a cat, let me know in the comments. Leslie, I have your email information, so you don't need to send me that again. The directions to get one is in the post. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm just going to go in and see if I can clean up this pencil marks that I left. Yep, that came right off. Can't even see the other one. Okay, alright, so I have a little bandana here that I cut earlier. It happens to have doggies and bones and things like that. So cute. And I'm just going to tie it around his neck. Let's see if I can get the tie to stay right back here. I could put the bandana like that, or I could also put it around the back. Let's see how it looks better. No, I like it around the front. There's more space right here that I can cover with it. And we'll just tie that. The only other thing I need to do is add a little hanger to the back, which I did not bring up with me. And it will be ready to display. There we go. There is our little cute puppy. It's adorable. I wish they'd stay this size. I'd have a whole bunch of them. All right, so you guys have any questions about anything I've done today? Yesterday? We're not going to talk about the cooler. We're just not going there. So there's my cute little Labrador project for today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that SHARE tab if you haven't already. I will be, actually, oh God, I forgot to tell you this. I will not be live tomorrow morning. I'm so sorry. We are having a virtual chalk Couture convention tomorrow and Saturday, almost all day. So I'm going to be taking tomorrow to learn about the new products that are coming out later this month, and new programs. And hi Shelly, good morning. Hi Lucille. I'm so excited to see that, because fall is my favorite decorating season, with pumpkins and cornucopias and leaves and things like that. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see what they come out with. Maybe we'll have some new programs and definitely lots of new products. So I won't be here tomorrow, but I will be back Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you would like a dog or his little sister cat, let me know and I will make sure that happens for you. And while you were watching, if again you thought about becoming a designer to get paid to craft like I do, let me know. Or if you know somebody who would love this like I do, you know, tell them about it and invite them to this group so they can see what it's all about. So I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. If you are one of my personal Facebook friends, I will be posting an update on Molly this afternoon as soon as I hear back from the vet. I'm sure she's going to be fine. I can't imagine how uncomfortable she was though. Yikes. So, yep, I'll give you an update. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.